Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome our parents and, of course, our brilliant Dreamtimers. We're so happy to see you all here joining us live on this Saturday afternoon.
Dream time, dream time, learning. Dream time, learning. Dream time, learning, where the fun begins. Learning with your twist will help you spread your wings. Every learner special, that's our golden rule. We celebrate you, 'cause you are unique and cool. From science to the arts and all in between. At Dreamtime Learning, we make every scene a place for you to shine, where dreams come true. You're the star of the show, and we are cheering for you. Dreamtime Learning. Dreamtime Learning. So come along, join the fun. New ways of learning like never before. Dreamtime Learning, we are all a team. Learning and adventures, and you are the dream. Dreamtime Learning. Dreamtime Learning. Dreamtime learning. Dreamtime learning.
Thank you, Ms. Dia, for that wonderful song, which is co-created by our Dreamtimers. And once again, I'd love to welcome all of you, and we are so happy to see you all join us live on this Saturday afternoon. So, as we look back at the academic year 2025-26, we can truly say that it has been a happening year here at Dreamtime Learning. While academics remain our foundation, this year we focused on going beyond the core curriculum, incorporating a wide range of activities to give our learners exposure and a truly rich learning journey. Last Saturday, we joined live to witness the club's culmination. It was a spectacular showcase featuring our learners from the Arts and Craft Club, STEM Club, Fitness Club, and it ended with a grand performance by the participants of the Theatre Club. Today, we invite you to experience the talent, the creativity, and energy of our learners up close. So get ready to be inspired and welcome to the Competitions and Celebrations Showcase. Here's what you can expect today: a sneak peek into our intra-school competitions, inter-school competitions, and international celebrations. And the excitement doesn't end there. We will conclude with a grand launch of DTLS Express Issue 2, a truly special learner-led newsletter initiative brought to life by our very own Dreamtimers. I will now hand over to Ms. JC to speak about our intra-school competitions. Over to you, Ms. JC. I hand over to Ms. Jaya Pathak.
Thank you, Ms. Najla. In the month of August, we conducted a logo designing competition. This competition provided a wonderful platform for our learners to express their creativity and imagination. They designed logos that beautifully captured their house identities, values, and spirit. Some learners showcased their talents through drawing and coloring, while others used digital tools, making it a truly inspiring opportunity for everyone to shine. Each house carried a unique and meaningful theme. Solara represents the sun, symbolizing energy, leadership, and brilliance. Lunaris represents the moon, reflecting calmness, intuition, and inner strength. Virilia represents the stars, embodying dreams, growth, and aspiration. And Nebulon represents the nebula, signifying creativity, transformation, and wonder. All the submissions were carefully reviewed and thoughtfully evaluated by our panel of judges. After much consideration, the winning designs were selected to proudly represent each house as their official logos. Over to you, Ms. Dia, for the next competition.
Sorry. Next, we had the Tiny Tale Tellers, a competition that was conducted in the month of November. It was a joyous and engaging public speaking event designed specially for the young learners of our primary years. It encouraged learners to express their ideas, imagination, and creativity through short and meaningful stories based on a chosen topic. During the competition, participants created and shared their own tiny tales. Their stories included interesting characters, imaginative settings, and thoughtful messages. During the competition, the event not only highlighted their public speaking skills, but also helped build their confidence, language abilities, and creative thinking. Learners demonstrated how they could organize their ideas, use descriptive language, and communicate their thoughts clearly. Overall, the competition served as a wonderful platform for learners to showcase their unique perspectives and creativity. It truly celebrated imagination, participation, and the joy of storytelling. I now hand it back to Ms. Jaya to talk about the next competition.
Next, we have the Comic Craze competition. At Dreamtime, creativity took center stage as learners poured their thoughts, imagination, and sense of fun into vibrant comic strips during the much anticipated November competition called Comic Craze, where imagination speaks in panels. Open to participants across all levels, primary, middle, and secondary, the competition welcomed entries in both hand drawn and digital categories, giving every young artist a platform to express their unique storytelling voice. The result was nothing short of extraordinary. Each comic strip reflected originality, wit, and a powerful ability to transform ideas into compelling visual narratives. Here is a glimpse of a few entries in digital and hand drawn categories. Congratulations to all our participants. Now it is Ms. Darshana who would talk about the inter school competitions.
Thank you, Ms. Jaya. Next, we have TED-Ed Student Talk. Our learners were provided with opportunities to participate in TED-Ed Student Talk by submitting their entries. This platform empowers them to express their thoughts with clarity, confidence, and originality. It encourages independent thinking, strengthens public speaking skills, and ability that extends far beyond the classrooms. We truly appreciate creativity, preparation, and courage our learners demonstrated. Opportunities like these allow them to discover their voice and shine on larger stage. With that, now I would like to hand over to Ms. Padmaja for the continuation of the program. Over to you, Ms. Padmaja.
Thank you, Ms. Darshana. So our learners were also provided with the opportunity to participate in the Olympiad by submitting their entries and challenging themselves academically. The Olympiad nurtures analytical thinking, problem-solving skills, and deeper conceptual understanding. We value the discipline, dedication, and perseverance our learners show while preparing for such competitive platforms. It's a meaningful opportunity for them to stretch their abilities and confidently showcase their academic potential. With that, I would like to hand over to Ms. JC to showcase the celebrations that happened throughout the year.
The The celebration of the International Yoga Day was conducted with great enthusiasm and active participation from the learners. The session aimed to be creating awareness about the importance of yoga in maintaining physical health and mental well-being. To enhance understanding, learners watched informative video and explained the importance and benefits of yoga in daily life. This was followed by a guided yoga session where students actively participated in performing simple and engaging poses such as deer pose, tree pose, and butterfly pose. They also practiced basic pranayama techniques, focusing on controlled breathing and relaxation. The session encouraged mindfulness, concentration, and physical flexibility among the learners, and the students showed great interest and enthusiasm while performing the activities and demonstrating improved focus and coordination. Next is the International Friendship Day. The celebration of the International Friendship Day was also conducted to highlight the importance of friendship in promoting peace, unity, and mutual understanding. Learners actively participated in creative activities such as making friendship bands, bracelets, and cards, making paper strips, crayons, stickers, and threads. These activities encouraged creativity and helped them express their appreciation for their friends. A special kindness circle activity was conducted where learners shared one kind thing about their friend and expressed what they love most about friendship. This helped build positive relationship and emotional bonding among the peers. Overall, the celebration was joyful and meaningful, reinforcing the values of kindness, sharing, and friendship among the learners. With this, I hand it over to Ms. Dia to take it forward.
In the month of September, learners actively participated in two meaningful celebrations, Nutrition Week and International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste. During Nutrition Week, learners explored the importance of healthy eating and balanced diets. They engaged in interactive discussions, fun activities, and creative tasks that helped them understand the value of nutritious food. Learners identified healthy and unhealthy food choices, created simple meal plans, and shared their favorite healthy dishes. The celebration aimed to build awareness about making mindful food choices for a healthy lifestyle. The International Day of Food Loss and Waste was also observed to help learners understand the importance of reducing food waste. Through stories, discussions, and hands-on activities, learners reflected on how food is often wasted and its impact on the environment. They shared practical ideas on how to reduce food waste, such as taking only what they can eat, reusing leftovers, and respecting the effort behind the food production process. Both celebrations provided learners a valuable life lesson, encouraging them to develop responsible habits and a deeper appreciation for food and nutrition. In the month of October, we celebrated the Crazy Hat Day. The event brought about great excitement and joy, offering learners a wonderful opportunity to express their creativity and individuality. Learners came prepared with their hats, which they had thoughtfully designed at home. The hats reflected a wide range of imaginative themes such as nature, animals, fantasy, and space. The focus remained on creativity and originality. During the celebration, a special hat showcase, was conducted where learners confidently presented their creations and spoke about the inspiration behind their design. This activity not only encouraged creativity but also helped build communication skills as well as confidence. Overall, the Crazy Hat Day was vibrant and engaging and had a fun and expressive element to the learning environment, while reinforcing inclusivity, respect, and creativity amongst the learners. I now hand it over to Ms. Jaya for the next celebration.
Thank you, Ms. Dia. Universal Children's Day was celebrated in a truly unique and delightful way. It turned into an exciting guessing game where learners try to identify their peers by imagining how they might look a few years from now. Laughter, curiosity, and joy filled the atmosphere as everyone eagerly participated. The day was wonderfully fun filled and memorable, made even more special by the heartfelt messages shared by our founder, Miss Leena, our principal, Miss Anusha, and the coordinator, Miss Nidhi. It was indeed a celebration full of smiles, imagination, and togetherness, one that will be cherished for a long time. Then we celebrated Human Rights Day. Human Rights Day gently instilled a sense of responsibility in every learner as they reflected on what it truly means to be human. Through simple yet meaningful discussions, learners realized that these rights are rooted in values like dignity, fairness, equality, and respect. More importantly, they came to see that these rights are universal, they belong to everyone, regardless of nationality, gender, religion, or status. It was a thoughtful and eye opening day, encouraging young minds not only to value their own rights, but to also respect and stand up for the rights of others. With this, I hand it over to Ms. Najla for taking the segment further.
A huge thank you to our cheerleaders, Ms. Jaya, Ms. Padmaja, Ms. Darshana, Ms. JC, and Ms. Dia, for wonderfully guiding us through today's competitions and celebrations showcase. And dear parents, this is only the beginning. We are committed to creating even more opportunities, be it competitions or celebrations that will celebrate our learners' brilliance. With that, let me hand over to the newsletter team for the moment we have all been waiting for, which is the grand launch of the DTLS Express Issue 2. Over to you, Myra.
Thank you so much, Ms. Najra. Just sharing my screen. Let me know once it's visible. Yeah, is it visible? Yeah, great, lovely. So, thank you so much once again. And before we begin, I want all of you to pause just for a second. Imagine a sky, stars blinking softly, and something magical is about to unfold. Greetings! This is Maya Khatri, your school representative and the editor-in-chief for this newsletter. Today, we're not just launching a newsletter, we're opening a world of memories, creativity, and some hidden effort, of course. So, girls and boys, cheerleaders and parents, and all the lovely souls watching this live as we speak, welcome to the launch of DTLS Express Volume 2. Special shout outs to our respected founder, Ms. Lena Asher, our respected principal, Dr. Anusha Venkatesh, our coordinator, Ms. Nadine Mulnia, our associate coordinator, Ms. Dia Galani, and to our brand custodian, Ms. Komal, and of course to the back end team who has been working tirelessly. And yeah, definitely a huge shout out to our newly appointed co-founder, Mr. Sudeep Saha. So, every beautiful creation has a beginning, and ours just did not begin on a screen. It began in the editing room. So, Tanishka, over to you to take this forward.
So, hello everybody. I'm Tanishka Fernandez, your school representative for this year and also editor-in-chief for the newsletter. It is truly an honor to present DTLS Express Issue 2. And as I look at the number of people attending this live session today, it does bring me a hint of pride. I've been an editor for the past 2 years. And it's absolutely incredible to see how much we have accomplished and how far we have come. From long Zoom meetings to last minute proofreads, it has really been a roller coaster, an extremely exhilarating one. Not just for me as editor in chief, but as a head of a department, an individual editor, and just as an extremely proud student of Dreamtime Learning. Now, back to Myra.
Thank you, Tanishka. That was awesome. Loved hearing your experience. And you know what? Let's not just talk about people behind the screens who quietly kind of like save us from some oopsie doopsie moments. Yeah, these are the ones who spot comma mistakes or awkward phrasing or spelling errors, and somehow they twist it around to still keep the emotions intact. Shatnika, I hope you're watching this, so come up there and share what you got.
Hi everyone, I hope you're doing all well. So, I'm from the proofreading department. So, proofreading department is what helps bring the whole newsletter together. We go to each place like articles, art, and videos to check for errors, improve clarity, and make sure everything is well presented. It's not just about fixing mistakes, it's about making sure the content is clear, neat, and great to read. And thanks to my team for helping this all together and presenting to you. Over to you, Myra.
Yeah, short and sweet and absolutely precise. Well, there, nothing starts perfect. Not the first draft, not the first idea, not even the first design. And this is proof that creativity is not always loud. Sometimes it's built in silence. Reshma, go ahead and you can share what you've got and how you turned drafts into diamonds.
Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Reshma here of Grade 9 and IOS. The proofreading department is the backbone of the newsletter's quality. We meticulously review each article to ensure accuracy, correct grammar, and consistency in language and style. Our role goes beyond fixing errors. We refine content to make it clear, impactful, and reader friendly. By paying close attention to details, we ensure that every edition of the newsletter is polished, professional, and a true reflection of our team's effort. Thank you.
Thank you, Reshma. And I believe with your words, people can experience what you experience and your feelings. Let's walk down the memory lane with our special corners. We arrive at the most heartwarming part of this journey. These are the little windows into our moments, emotions, celebrations, creativity, and memories that deserve to be held on to. I yield the floor to Zach.
My experience with this newsletter has been nothing other than extraordinary. The design, the support, and the fun made this a memorable one. My section, the special corners, contains all the competitions and activities Dreamtime had in episode 3 and 4, and boy does it contain memories. As you read through these pages, you'll see joy and laughter, along with a touch of seriousness in the photos of our beaming students and classmates. Thank you, Miss Nidhi, Miss Dia, and Myra, for without them, I doubt I would have been here giving this speech. Thank you for listening.
Of course, we listen, and every time we will listen because when a student speaks up, everybody sits down and listens. But of course, a newsletter is not just only about proofreading words, it's also about the color, like you can see with our backgrounds, feeling and mood, and even design. Because visuals don't just decorate a page, they make it breathe. Mokshika, any words on that? Any thoughts? You can go ahead.
Yeah. So, hey everyone, I'm Mokshika from the graphic designing department. It has been a marvelous time working on the newsletter. From the sudden changes in the late evening workouts, it was all fun. And choosing this specific theme, Aurora on the beach, it was a well thought decision, as sunsets lead to the start of something new, and it represents the beauty of nature all through different mediums. So, I enjoyed the process so much that looking back at what we've come up with, especially with this team and everything, I would say it was all worth the work. So over to Myra.
Thank you, Mokshika, and I can just visualize everything in this point. Okay, great. So now, as you can see, everyone, my eyes are enlightened, and so is our teams, because we have finally the DTLS Express Volume 2 live on our website. So what you can do now is you can scan the QR code or even have a screenshot of the same to go ahead and have a look at the newsletter, whether you're a parent, cheerleader, student, or just a person who wants to cheer on Dreamtime Learning. You can definitely go ahead and look at the newsletter and see what wonderful pieces of art and different stories we have on there. And you know, our theme, Aurora on the Beach, represents different Aurora Borealis lights, just like our learners who have different creativity streams, and they're unique but still cherished. Okay, so this is gonna be up there for about 5 seconds. So you can take your second device, and as I previously said, take a screenshot, and then we'll be good to go. We're waiting for you for the next 5 seconds. Okay, great. Let's move forward. So here is a snippet into the newsletter. So for the ones who are like, oh no, I can't scan the QR code right now, but I still so want to see the newsletter, we've got you covered. Here is a snippet of long nights, late nights, and too many follow-ups and minutes of meetings drafted in. We have our snippets as well. So you can go ahead, and if in the screenshot you can spot yourself, you can give us a shout out on the YouTube page itself. Oh, and yeah, we have the editorial team. So, it's not just a one person army work over here. It takes a team, it takes a we factor to work. And all these people on the screen, each one of them has contributed something meaningful to this newsletter. And, probably without these people, the newsletter would still be incomplete and some part of it would be empty. And for the people who are not there on the screen, whether it's our principal, whether it's our coordinators, they've still helped us somewhere deep down below. And even our cheerleaders, for that matter of fact. On our highs, on our lows, they were there supporting us from the back. And this is why we call them cheerleaders, because they cheer us on. So to the ones on the screen, from my end, from the entire school, thank you. Because even these two words are less to express how much we appreciate you. And even to our HODs, thank you for being there and for showing up. And definitely, how could we ever forget the students who made this newsletter possible in the first place, and their parents who took those pictures and sent in those submissions. So yes, moreover, in a gist, thank you, and we truly appreciate it. And with that being said, this is not just the end of it, because creativity never stops. It evolves, and we're gonna keep on evolving, and we're gonna come in the next edition of the newsletter. Till then, it's to be continued. Enjoy the flavors of Aurora on the beach. Thank you. I hand it over to Ms. Najla.
Thank you, dear. And dear audience, let's take a moment to appreciate our incredible dream timers, Myra, Tanishka, Raina, Shatmiga, Reshma, Zach, and Mokshika. These are the dream timers who brought Detail is Expressed to life. This was a learner-led initiative, and this moment, it reflects your hard work, learners, your voice, your brilliance, and you've done a phenomenal job, and we couldn't be prouder. And to the others who are yet to see the newsletter, please find it on our LMS, on our website, sorry. As we bring this academic year to a close, we want you all to know that, as I said, this is only the beginning. We promise to make the next one bigger, bolder, and even more spectacular. As you see, our cheerleaders and learners have already set the bar soaring high, and we're ready to reach for the sky together. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey. Thank you once again for joining us live, and wishing you all a fantastic weekend.